Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Visitation for Mary Lou Hayes Clark, age 84, of Sylacauga, will be Friday evening, 5:30 until 8 o'clock at Curtis & Son North. And funeral service will be on Saturday at 2 o'clock from the North Chapel, with Pastor James Beam, Pastor Mark Deason, and myself officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing that service. Jackie Wayne Kendrick, age 48, of Sylacauga, died October the 8th. Funeral service or visitation will be Saturday evening, 5:30 until 8 o'clock at Curtis & Son North, followed by a chapel service on Sunday at 2 o'clock in Curtis & Son North. I'll be officiating that service. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Graveside service for George William Bill Haynes, age 83, of Florida, will be today at 11 a.m. from Evergreen Cemetery, with Reverend Bill Brown officiating. Visitation from 10 until 11 at the North Chapel. Mr. Haynes died October the 8th at Fairhaven Nursing Home in Birmingham. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to the Wounded Warriors Project. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. And Mrs. Brenda Stacy died overnight at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Curtis & Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Carol Hardy of Sylacauga will be held at Ratty Smith Funeral Home Chapel at 1 o'clock on Saturday. I think I'm right on that. Let me see. Visitation from 11 to 1, with the funeral service beginning at 1. Brother Donald Grice will officiate that service. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at raddysmith.com. Ratty Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for William T. Tony McGrady, age 74, of Sylacauga, will be Friday at 11 o'clock from Oldfield Baptist Church, with Brother Braxton Baker, Brother Doug Williams, and Brother Jeff Thomas officiating. Burial in the Talladega Springs Cemetery. Mr. McGrady died Monday in Austin, Texas. Visitation will be tonight, 5 until 8 o'clock at the funeral home. In lieu of flowers, donation can be sent to the Gideons. Memorial message to the family at raddysmith.com. Ratty Smith Funeral Home, directing. Memorial service for Sharon Darlene Jones, age 56, will be Friday at 6 p.m. from Blackberry Lane Community Church, with Brother Alan Holly officiating. Mrs. Jones died October the 6th at her residence. She was a member of the Blackberry Lane Community Church. Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home, directing that service. Funeral service for Mrs. Bertha Nola Phillips, age 72, of Hackneyville, will be Friday at 3 o'clock in the chapel at Raddy Funeral Home. Reverend Scott Rayleigh will officiate. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends Friday from 12:45 until 2:45 at the funeral home. Mrs. Phillips died October the 8th at her residence. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at raddyfuneralhome.com. Raddy Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Mr. George Schultz will be Saturday at 2 o'clock from Tallahatchie First Baptist Church, with Pastor Jim Griffin and Reverend Raymond Miller officiating. Burial in the Tallahatchie Cemetery. Mr. Schwartz died October the 4th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Visitation Friday 5 till 7 at the funeral home. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at raddysmith.com. Ratty Smith Funeral Home, directing. And funeral service for Mr. Henry Lynn Johnson Sr. of Alexander City is today at 1 o'clock from Miracle Baptist Church in Alexander City, with burial in the Armours Memorial Garden. Armours Memorial Funeral Home, Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.